Thanks again for checking out the Coding Fanatic YouTube channel. Head on over to codingfanatic.com and join our mailing list for weekly updates on Android tutorials, career advice, and more. So once again, head on over to codingfanatic.com and thanks for your support.
Welcome back. So this is my video doing sort of a developer's thoughts, a short little video where I talk about the Salesman travel app, some of my thoughts, my experiences, and what I'm going to do moving forward. So I'll start by saying that this app was not easy for me. This is my first app that I've ever built and put on the Google Play Store ever. And I feel really good about it. It was a long, hard fought battle, but I stuck with it and I got it out there. Some days I didn't feel like working on it. To be honest with you, it was tough to stay motivated, but I stuck it out, and in the end, now I have an app on the Play Store for Coding Fanatic LLC. So thank you to Coding Fanatic for giving me the room to do this, and thank you to me for sitting down and sticking with it and getting it done. So yeah, I say that going into this project, it started out of just off of a coding challenge. I wanted to get back into Java because I hadn't worked on it in a long time or worked with it in a while, and I found a coding challenge in the Black Code Collective Code Challenges channel on Slack. Took me a while, but I finished the challenge, and I thought, well, what if I turn this into an app? Like, what would this look like as a real application? List of addresses. You need to sort by zip code or search by zip code, and then display the results with the matching zip code. So I thought, all right, well, cool. I'll make it. Let's make an app that does it. And I sat down and I drew out the little plans and everything. I had like a pen and pad. I still have it too. It's like taped up in my bedroom, uh, or next to my desk. So like that was my inspiration while I worked on it. It's like every day I can look and see like that day when I sat down with a pen and a notepad and I drew out each activity and a little diagram saying, all right, this activity will do this and this one will do this, and when you click this will happen. And it was a whole thing. But yeah, I planned it out, and then I learned some basics for how to set up applications, how to build them, what layouts were, and all that. And I tried React Native. That didn't work out. I spent like a month trying to mess around with it, and just as I got started, and I will never forget, it was July 3rd of 2019. That's when they released an update to React Navigation, and that just broke everything. And now all of a sudden, like the basic setting up an app, just the basic workflow was completely ruined, and I had to try and go on forums and figure out how to get around it. So I thought, all right, why don't I try what I've done before and with other small apps in the past. Let me try Android Studio and just try to build out the basic like home screen of the app. And in one day, I did what took me a month in React Native. I pulled it off in one day. Right. So I mean, I'm to this day I'm not a fan of React Native. It sucks. I hate it. I don't want dependencies to build anything. I don't want if I reach in my toolbox for a hammer, I need that hammer to work. I don't want, oh well, it's Tuesday and it's rainy, and the rain affects the metal and the condensation in the air, blah blah blah. So you can't use hammers when it's raining outside. That's dumb. No. If I want to build an app, I should be able to just jump in and build it. And that's why I like doing it using React Native. Or excuse me. Using Android Studio, not using React Native. But anywho, I'm getting away from the point. The process of building the app was a long one. It was tough, but I did it. And I'll say that one of the biggest things I learned was that I'm a lot smarter than I thought I was. I have a lot more potential and a lot more capabilities than I thought I did. And I guess based on on my experience in the industry, you know, I was always thought that you're supposed to get a degree and then you'll get to work at some big company, and when you get there, you'll be building out all these great grand technologies and building these wonderful products, and hacking with your coworkers and stuff like that, and you get to work from home whenever you want. And I thought, like, all right, all this stuff working in retail is over now. Now I'm working in the QA, or I'm working in QA, or I'm working in IT, or I'm working in software development. Like, it's different now. It's not going to be that way anymore. Nope. Nope. Hey man, a job is a job. And after for the year, I've been in the industry for for some years now. I'm not gonna say I'm not a veteran or anything, but I've been in it for a very long time by my standards, for some years. And I'm not too impressed with what I've seen at these companies. Not to say that they can't build a marketable product. From a business standpoint, the companies that I've been at, they've found a business model that works. Whether they're based around software development or not, either way, they come up with an idea that they can sell. They sell it, they make money, and they use software to do it. And my job going into these companies is to help support that software, whatever my role might be. However, I found that the focus on the technology is lost, at least in my experience. When I work at when you look at big companies, usually like startups and smaller companies, they are more focused on building out great tools and having fun with it. That's really what it's all about. But once you start adding in the business standpoint, it starts to, you have to find a good balance. And I believe that I need to, this project, what this project working with the Salesman travel app taught me is I have to find my own balance where I'm able to still work with technology and still enjoy it, but also find a way to monetize that as well. So I'm still in the early stages, and I can say that this has been a wonderful process, and I've had a great time with it. And I encourage everyone out there, if you feel like you're not getting the answers you need out of your industry, out the industry, then start making, find your own answers on your own. I mean, it's not to say that you can't find it within the industry, but if you found that you've been doing it for long enough and it's not what you thought it was going to be, then maybe it's time for you to do something on your own. Do your own research. Train by yourself. Figure it out. That's what I did, and now I know exactly what I need to focus on, where I need to be. So that's where I'm at. So I'll say that again, the Salesman travel app, in years I'm going to look back on this and be like, oh, I remember that little rinky dink app that I made. But it was fun, and I'm going to do it again. I have plenty, I got a whole list of ideas from the floor to the ceiling of things that I want to make. And now that I understand this process better, it's going to be easier for me to jump in and start making new things as well. Of course, uh, there's not enough time to do every single one, but hey, we're going to work on it bit by bit and make a way there. So that being said, thank you all so much once again for tuning in. And I appreciate the support from people over the last year, or just over the years in general. It's been, it hasn't been easy. It's been tough, and I'm still figuring things out bit by bit. But I'm gonna get there, bit by bit, day by day. You know, thank you again for leaving your comments, for asking questions, for all your input. Everything, it's all helpful. And even people, sometimes I've had people ask me questions, really deep tech questions that I personally don't know the answers to, but I try to point people in the right direction to resources that can help them. My goal here is to learn and share what I learn with everyone else, so that everyone is we're building value bit by bit. We're all just stacking it up piece by piece. So I'm creating value, you're creating value, we're all stacking our value together, and we're sharing it amongst ourselves. So once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you like the video, like, comment, hit the subscribe button. And if you subscribe to the Coding Fanatic mailing list on codingfanatic.com, my main website, then you'll be the first to be updated when I do new videos and articles like these around software development, career advice, and life advice too. So once again, this is your host Richard Clark signing out, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.